get home on the Wi-Fi, if that's okay, because I don't have much service out here. Or I mean, much battery left.
Well, we made it to Greenfield, Indiana. We are headed to Oklahoma. Getting diesel here at the Speedway. $3.59. It is $3.29 with mud flap. No, I am not crying. It is 6 below outside with the wind chill. Whew. I'm frozen. Should have put my big jacket on, but I don't know. Well,
turn right.
Then turn. Hush. Could have dug my gloves out. It got down to, I think, 9 below last night, so we let the truck run and put some fuel additive in. Could barely talk, I'm so cold. Put some fuel additive in just to be safe. Let the truck run. Truck pretty much high idled all night. 352. Wait, price is $3.59. I'm trying to add my fuel stop in. 359. 352. So pretty much high idled all night, and everybody was idling there. It was loud, and let's see, about 12 miles a gallon. That's good. Accepting deliveries. February. Wait a minute. That quote I sent over to a customer. I guess she meant January. I sent this customer a quote to haul some truck beds, and they usually get back to me within a day or two, but the one delivery location, they are super difficult. They have a shop at their house. Well, their shop is at their house, and they only do deliveries like weird days and weird hours. So I have to try and make that work with them. But I guess I might get back on the road here. First stop is in St. Louis, which will be there in 4 hours and 20 minutes, but it is starting to snow a little bit. I was trying to get ahead of this. It's not much coming in through like Indy, and like a little west of Indy is a little coming down from Chicago, a little clipper. Trying to get ahead of it, but I see it's pretty cloudy that way, clear skies that way, so I'm headed straight there. A little snow starting to fall, so we're gonna get on the road. And then we are headed to Wynwood, Oklahoma, to pick up a Camaro. Picking up from a pretty nice race shop out there. Some NHRA guys. Looks like they got a shop and sell a bunch of cars, toter homes. They got like everything there. So I get a little warmed up here, and pretty much just gonna let the truck run. I don't want to risk. If I run into somewhere, I'll shut it off. But overnight, that's not gonna happen on this trip because got this whole cold front coming in, and it's expected to hit home and be, you know, like the high is going to be like 19 with like 30-mile-an-hour winds. So anyways, let's get on the road and keep on trucking. I get this I've got this, like, it's like an exercise bike, made for like rehab, I guess, some type of injury. But I picked it up. So I'm like browsing the boards, and my customer pretty much pays me to go both ways. So I was browsing the board, and it pays more than what a car pays. Well, I was browsing the board and was looking at cars, and then I got on Facebook, and I was just scrolling, and I saw this thing. This guy's like, had this posted on UShip, need help getting this moved this week. Willing to pay X amount of dollars, and this is what it is. And I'm like, so I messaged him real quick. I was like, hey, do you still need this moved? It's in my town, and I'm coming that way. So he's like, yeah, you want me to just, I do still have a U-Ship account, which is weird, but find some random things on there sometimes. And, I kept it because at one point, I think it's like Tempest Logistics, a broker, was using U-Ship, because they'll accept a load, they'll double broker it, they'll accept a load and then post it on the load board. And at one point they were doing payments through U-Ship, so I had to figure out how to sign in and all that, because I had it way back in the day. So I just kind of kept it around. The guy's like, I can just, you can just accept it on there. I was like, well, that kind of makes like a paper trail, which is fine. So like for payment, I know I'll get paid, but it's just kind of weird how that happened. It pays almost double what a car would have paid coming out this way. An open car. There wasn't really any enclosed options on my route. I didn't really want to go too far off my route, so I got to go straight through St. Louis, and it picked up in my town, so it only made sense. Had to help the guy get it out of his house. Wasn't bad at all. Probably weighs a couple 100 pounds, probably 150 pounds, 200 pounds, but it's got wheels on it. So if you stand it up and lift one end, the wheels are on the heavy end, so you kind of roll it. We just rolled it in the trailer. Indiana roads are rough, especially after it snows out here. There's potholes everywhere. So I'm gonna get off of here, get back on the road, and get some miles knocked down. I'll show you this bike here in a little bit, this rehab bike. And then I will definitely, tomorrow when we're in Oklahoma, I will definitely be showing you that car. Well, here's what we got. Brought this all the way from Maryland to Missouri for more than what a car would pay. Gosh, well, it's a good thing I'm empty or I wouldn't be driving in this. Doesn't look so bad on camera, but it is coming down and blowing probably 50 miles an hour. Welcome to Wynwood, Oklahoma. Go this way to get into this place. I'm going to get myself in trouble here by the amount of toter homes that are here for sale. That is all I want, is a toter home. I want a toter home for the horse shows, and I want a toter home for trips, long trips on the road, something I can have a shower and a toilet and a big bed. Let's pull in here and see where our race car is. Well, as I'm casually browsing the lot here, take a look at this freaking truck. Good God Almighty. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. Alright, well, it's been an extremely long day. I share the good, the bad, the ugly, so let's talk about it. Had a little incident today where I broke down. Wish this mount would. Anyways, had this incident today where I broke down on the way home, and it's in a not so good spot on the highway. Oh, I'm outside the truck. I'm trying to figure out what to do, and a cop pulls up behind me. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, here we go. Like, what's it gonna be this time? I'm just kind of dead in the water. I'm trying to figure out closest parts store, what happened, what do I need, whatever. So this cop pulls up, gets out of his car, asks if I'm all right. And I'm like, yeah. So just trying to figure out, what to do here as far as, getting the parts to fix this. I'm in a crappy spot. He goes, yeah, that's why I kind of pulled over, because it's busy and there's not much of a shoulder, and I was stuck on the shoulder. So he I'm like, I pull out my phone, I'm like looking at my maps. I'm like, is there a county road like over on the other side, like that I can walk over to and try to get an Uber or something? I was like, I don't even know where the nearest exit is. I don't know where the nearest parts store is. Like he pulled up behind me probably within like 20 seconds of me being out of the truck. He goes, yeah, next exit's about 4 miles up, and it says it's kind of crappy because when you come back, you got to take a detour. It's like 8 extra miles. He's like, why don't I just take you to the parts store? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, well, cop being extremely nice, usually like, you got to get this thing out of here. And that's kind of what I was expecting, but that's shame on me for expecting that. So he was like, let me clear some stuff out of my front seat, jump in, I'll take you to the parts store. I was like, all right, man, you know this area better than me. I don't know where we're at, like any parts store work. So he takes me up to first place, didn't have what I needed. He just let me go in, waited in the car, came back out. He's like, all right, there's another one up here around the corner. He was like, let's go there. I was like, okay. So I'm like just astonished by his just like, I know he's got other things to do. So I'm starting to feel bad, but he's like, he just drove me to the parts store and then took me back to the truck, parks his truck to protect us at this point, kind of pulls kind of his front end maybe like into the right lane a little bit, so kind of people see it. He's got all his lights on. He's having people get over. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you. He's like, I'm gonna wait till you're done. I'm gonna stay here and wait till you're done. Stood there the whole time, probably half hour, 45 minutes, probably. Stood there the whole time, talking to me, asking if I needed anything, just chatting it up. And I was like, I don't mean to rush you, but I can get this fixed. And he's like, nah, I feel better just protecting you here. I was like, wow, nice guy. So anyways, get the truck fixed, whatever. I thanked him like 20 times for doing that and running me to the parts store. Just getting me out of a crappy situation. Not knowing the area the best. I knew that stretch of highway exits were limited, and I was thinking that going down. I was like, man, this is crazy how a sign says next exit 12 miles. I was like, I wonder how many people run out of gas. Like that's what's going through my mind. So just turned a terrible experience being broke down on the side of the highway into like the perfect situation. So wish I remembered his name. I'm gonna try and figure out what his name was and send him a little something as a thank you. I had to do some research and maybe call into that barracks and just explain what he did for me and try and get his information, at least his name, so I can I'll send something to him to the barracks, gift card for coffee or something, just as a thanks, because I really appreciated it, because that's stories you hear where somebody's pulled over trying to fix their vehicle and they end up getting killed because somebody doesn't get over, runs into the back of them while they're working on their truck or tow truck or whatever it may be. So I couldn't be more thankful for that crappy situation turning out well. I'm working on it. I hit myself pretty good with a hammer. I'm not going to show you. Split my finger wide open. I mean, really deep. And there's blood everywhere. I've never seen a finger. Well, I have, because I've seen one removed from a body accidentally. I don't want to say too much on here. But he went back to his car, got his first aid kit, got me some gauze and a bit. I was like, I just need something to wrap it up. Like tape, I don't care. Electrical tape, whatever. Got me gauze out and a big Band-Aid, and I put it around my finger so I could keep doing what I was doing quickly, because it was pouring down my hand and I couldn't really hold on to things. And I was like, just hit myself again with a hammer. But it took a lot out of me. I mean, from the time that happened, running around, getting it fixed, then getting off that exit again, double checking everything, triple checking everything, and then getting back on the road. I mean, it was probably 4 hours. So I'm exhausted from trying to work so fast, crawling around on the ground, getting up, and all that. I'm whooped, and getting a little late, so I don't want to push my luck and something else happen or whatever, and then not have any options for tonight. So I'm gonna wait it out here till the morning and get back on the road. Got all day of driving tomorrow, and then I've got probably 4 to 6 hours on, which would be Friday, to get it delivered, and then I'm only an hour from my house. So thankful for that. Awesome guy. I can't say enough. It's nice to have that kind of interaction, because in our line, 50 to 75% of your interactions aren't good with law enforcement. And that's exactly, and shame on me for thinking when he pulled up, like it's gonna be something bad. But turned into a good outcome, got me off the road safe, which is most important. And that being said, I am going to bed. I went in to try to get a shower, and there is a wait on the shower, and it's like 30 to 45 minutes. So I'm gonna just do that in the morning. Here is one thing I'll never understand. All right, you see how his curtain's half closed? He's parked. There's a fuel pump right there. Just straight up come in, pull the brakes, block the pump. Now there's only one pump here and it barely works, so. I should get a knock on his door and wake him up this morning.